Still,
Oh, you're all right.
this content is being sent. Okay.
Yeah. It's just letting you know that you're about to be broadcast on the internet, Ahmad. That's all.
Okay.
Are you ready?
I know, as ready as I can be at 2 a.m.
All right. You're listening to MLVC, the Madonna podcast, your place for all things Madonna Louise Veronica Giacone. I am your celebration tour correspondent, Stefan. Today on the show, we have returning guest, Ahmad. He's been on the show before. He tonight attended the very first show Madonna held in Berlin. Welcome back, Ahmad.
Thank you, thank you. Always a pleasure being with my favorite unapologetic bitch.
Ah, thanks. I didn't pay him to say that.
Your your
Uh,
your suit at the tour. I'm still not over that.
Thank
The
you. Thank you. Well, let me tell you, I don't know if the people in Paris are over it yet either. I was the stares and looks. I was, in context, like in the venue, it makes sense, but like wearing that and like I was telling, I forget who I was telling the other day because somebody was like, "Oh my god, that suit was amazing." I'm like, that suit was meant to be for a summer tour. Like that the reason why it's like pale blue, it's a powder blue, was because it was meant to be worn in July
yeah.
and August. It was not meant to be worn in the fall. Like I probably, had I known it was going to be worn for a winter show, I probably maybe would have done like a black suit with like
Mm.
pale blue pattern print
Shut
or
up.
something.
The other way
Like
around.
I would have switched up the colors palette, but we digress. Um, I love that you've come. You look very tour appropriate, Ahmad.
And like all the merch, I have my oh sorry, erotica t-shirt.
Erotica t. Wait, what's the erotica t-shirt? That's not. I don't.
It was before the tour. She released it on her 30th anniversary for
Oh, okay, okay. So you've got
has
an
a drawing on
erotica
the
t.
back
You've
of like
yes, yes, yes. So and you've got your Blonde Ambition bomber. Kudos
yeah,
to you. How do you like the way that it fits, Ahmad?
love it. Love it.
Okay,
Maybe
so
could lose 2 3 well pounds for you in America, but kgs would fit better, but it's okay. I
and you've got a celebration tour hat as well.
mean, I have to rep.
Anything on the bottom? Are there celebration tour socks or?
No, it's just waist up.
There's socks though, aren't they?
Are
Didn't I
there?
see? I think I saw socks at in Paris. There's like some, I forget what kind of socks they are, but I believe there are socks. No underwear yet, I don't believe.
Oh yeah, no. Oh, no one's seeing
Did
that. Anyways.
well, so did you buy any additional merch, or was this merch that you got in advance?
So I got actually in advance. I'm supposed to be wearing the Blonde Ambition t-shirt, the one
Yes.
with her and Express Yourself. Obviously, you have it.
Yes.
Was supposed to be wearing that, but it did not arrive in time. So
Yeah,
we
it's weird that the t-shirts didn't, but you could have just gotten one in Berlin.
and changed. But the thing is, I don't want to miss my place in line because I have to go get merch, and people were coming,
Mm.
and it was a
See,
whole
they should, what they
and
should do is have like a merch stand while you're in line. Sort of like when you go to Trader Joe's and the line is so long that you just get in line when you walk in the store and you proceed to food shop while the line goes through the store and then you just check out. Like that's what they should be doing. It should be like a merch line that you just get in and and then you shop and then you get in the venue. Something like
I
that.
need to hire you. Obviously, this needs.
I
Uh,
know. Come on, Madonna's team. Uh, so tell
yes.
us this. You have not seen the show. This is your first night seeing it in person.
Oh, I've spoiled it. I was not the fan that was like, I can wait 2 months till I get to Berlin. I was like, no, show me the footage. I followed the tour pretty much on Twitter, saw like
Yeah.
all the small, tweaks she did throughout the nights. So I'm very well familiar with the tour for sure.
So so obviously the big change for tonight.
Yeah. Yes, you noticed.
Was the
I know she
very
came out.
was the poker straight hair. So
Yes.
let's do, hold on real quick. We're gonna do a impromptu this week in Chaconi because well, I want to talk all about the fact that she was just at the
Oh my God.
Rocco's little art show that he
Yes.
had, and the the what is it, the closing night, was it a closing night or the opening night of the Ouija and Ongo the the I'm sorry, I have COVID brain still.
It's okay.
FYI, people,
I know.
for those of you who didn't know, when I went to Paris, I was on the first night in Paris. I was being surrounded by, on the floor, all of these Parisians coughing and sneezing, and I remember thinking to myself, "I bet you I'm getting COVID." Well, surprise, surprise, I did.
Sorry.
It really knocked me down and was not fun because I was in London when I finally got sick, and I was desperate to tour around London, and I wanted to go see Madonna's house, and I just did not have it in me. I was like, no,
So you
this is
know what? You got COVID in Paris, where COVID shut down Madonna's MD Madame X tour. So, I mean, you're really following her lead, I have
I've
to
come
say.
full circle, basically.
Really.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I really have. Yeah, it was I was like, but I mean, hey, come on. If you're gonna get COVID somewhere, getting it in Paris, how chic, you know?
I, I can't say it. And perfect. Yeah.
But so Madonna stepped out in town the other night and looked, and so she was in Milan, and she looked
I
phenomenal.
know.
Like that look with the little the oddly shaped skirt that she was
That's
wearing,
that
and
like
those,
puffy
yes, I love that
fur.
it was a very
Oh,
it was very M doll, a hard
yes.
candy kind of fur shawl that she had going on, that poker straight hair, the Gucci glasses, and then those fun, they looked like she was wearing Sharpays on her feet. Did, like,
Oh, I
they were
didn't.
like
Oh
these
yeah, those weird
the
boots that were
slouchy
flashy.
boots
Yes,
heels.
yes,
They
yes.
looked like, Sharpays, those wrinkled dogs. Those are the dogs that have like the
Okay,
huge wrinkled skin. That's what they just
okay.
reminded me of. I was like, oh, she's wearing Sharpays.
Fair.
They weren't, but it was there. They're just
Don't
slush.
worry, no animals were harmed in this. No.
Exactly. Don't sick PETA on me. Um, but yeah, I loved how gorgeous she
I
looked. Like
know.
she looked
And she was,
amazing.
I know, in her video of sharing cake with everyone. I mean, I was like,
Oh
can I
yeah,
have a
wearing
piece?
those gloves.
I know,
God bless
licking her
Madonna.
fingers and then
Licking the, I know it
I was
was.
like, please give me a piece.
But so then, uh, following that, so now here she is in Berlin for night one,
Mhm.
and a couple of the clips that I saw from tonight already, like, God bless the internet, because I was
Right?
able to already see stuff that's happening tonight, and she looked like she was in a good mood.
She was. Honestly, she was feeling it. She was really with us, with the audience. She was even interacting. She went up, she read some of the
I
messages of
saw.
fans who had like one fan was like I had to be naked somewhere to get tickets for this tour, and she was like, that's dedication. So she really interacted with us for sure.
Because from what I could tell, and I did not go live while she was in Milan because I was traveling and or on death's doorstep. Uh, but she didn't look like she was in a good mood in Milan. Like there was that,
Really?
she had that microphone snafu during Die Another Day, and yeah,
Oh,
it looked like she was. Hey, look, I get it. Sometimes we don't have good days and we're cranky, and I know I've had my fair share in the last couple days.
yeah.
Um, Flying home with COVID, not fun, let me tell you. But she looked like she was in fine form
She
tonight.
was. I know.
I think
And she came
somebody,
up with
I think a clip I saw her, she went up to somebody and she's like, what drugs have you done tonight? And
yeah,
he was like,
tonight
MD,
was
he's
all
like
about.
MDMA. And she's like, MDNA. And
Yeah, it was all tongue in cheek. She actually had several references of, okay, how many people in the audience are high, and then a certain number of people were like, oh me, and then she was like, how many people are drunk, and then a portion did, and then how many people are sober? And she's like, I don't buy that. Everyone's raising their hands. So yeah, she was really playing with us. Even during actually, during when she did I Will Survive, you know how everyone usually has their phones up with a flashlight. Berlin, for some reason, didn't get the memo. There were like five flashlights on. She literally stopped the song. She was like, okay, I can't finish this song without my phone up. So everyone, so she literally baby schooled us. We're like, everyone, put your phone up. So that was really
Oh,
funny.
that's funny. That's
Yeah.
so. Let me start back. Where were your seats tonight?
So I wanted to get something not super upfront because I wanted to see the show kind of more on a, especially for the first time. Plus, I went with my best friend from Ireland, and this is his only one time seeing the show. So I was like, if you're seeing it one time, it's better to get like a full visual. So we got like general standing, but we got there a little early, like four-ish, and then we got tickets right by where Bob. Like the very end of the runway where Bob throws the money and
Mhm.
but on the right side, like where he throws the rosary.
Did you get? Did you
Exactly there.
reach? Did you try and get the rosary tonight?
It was a little behind us, so unfortunately, I didn't get the rosary. But we're literally just one person off the railing,
Oh,
so
nice.
fair
Oh,
enough.
so
Yeah,
that's a great vantage point.
yeah. Except for the fact we didn't factor in that Berliners and Germans are tall. I'm freaking 5'9", so it was a bit of a okay.
Yeah,
And then
you
with
didn't.
everyone's phones up, like nowadays, you're like, okay, please,
Yeah, I felt bad for there were very short girls all around me on the floor in Paris, and they were leaning over to me being like, "Where is she?" Like asking me where she was on stage so they could try to find her. I'm like, "Oh my God, girls, you should have gotten seats." Like I would have died. And in fact, I saw somebody had posted footage from one of the Milan shows, and they were like first level, like right level with the catwalks. And I was like, oh my God, that's a fantastic viewpoint
yeah,
because they're like right along with her. And I'm like,
that would have been amazing.
not not that I can afford another Madonna tour show, but I was like, well, if I was gonna get another show, that's the ticket I would try to get
Yeah,
because then you're like on the same level as her to
yeah.
to be fantastic viewpoint. What were your thoughts of seeing the show in person after all this time of seeing spoilers online? What did you think?
Like you said, it's a different beast in person. You see, you think you saw. Just when you hear the like bass, that's very hard Madonna bass. Just we were like, okay. And then when she comes out and nothing really matters. Just that you're transported. You have I was just I can't even tell you. It didn't feel like 2 hours. It felt like 5 minutes. The whole thing. I was like,
Real see, I felt like the show felt long, not in a bad way, but like
really?
I felt like I remember at one point thinking, "Oh my God, wow, this feels like it's a long show." Like again,
It is
not that I
two
was
hours and a half.
bored.
So it is a longer show. Yeah.
Um, what were some of your highlights? What were like now that you've seen it in person? What were like? Were there the same moments that you were loving watching it online? Did you love, or was there like,
Yes,
oh
I
my
do have
God, seeing this in person was much better?
Vogue. Vogue blew me. Like I knew it was cool, but see, and especially from my vantage point, I was like, gosh, like that judging ballroom section and like so much fun.
Mm-hmm.
Bob the drag queen did an amazing.
Oh, who was her partner on the
Sure, someone in the chat might know better, but I
oh,
have
okay. Well,
no
well, yes.
idea.
So if anyone knows who the ballroom guest was, please let us know in the chat. Oh, that's weird that I'm sorry, the chat's not showing up. Oh well. Well, if anyone knows, let me know.
Later,
Um,
post show.
exactly. And it was Stuart who was the opening DJ, right?
Yes, that's what I was like. I was like, oh, he maybe he's just gonna do Paris because so far he just did the Paris shows, and he steps out, and I'm already. I'm like, okay, this night's gonna be epic. His DJ set is phenomenal, phenomenal.
Somebody needs to hold up a sign to Stuart, say, please make another Madonna album.
Please, I know,
Like
seriously,
seriously, we need to start communicating with these people, at all costs. Like,
I
come
know.
on.
I think there is more that Stuart Price is doing, but maybe I'm
I'm
just being.
telling you, that Billboard article, he clearly dodges the question. They
He did,
ask him,
you know,
since you're on the road with working with Madonna, what are the chances of you doing another album with her? And he totally he doesn't say yes or no, which to
I
me,
know.
whenever anyone dodges a question, that's total media, like that's media training for them to be like, oh, there's something in the works. That's
Mm.
that's what I say. And I will, that's my Christmas wish, you
Oh,
know?
and we
Like,
all know Madonna's working on music and recording stuff and that opera house in Paris. So
I
some
know. Well,
he's
that's
right
the,
there. He's right there. Like, might as well just use him. You
a
know,
lot of people are saying that the Opera House video was supposed to be her, like she's doing an announcement video for the South America leg of the tour. And I was like, I don't, why would she do
that's
that in the
book
Opera
an
House?
entire opera. Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean,
The whole
may
tour
look,
announcement was in her bedroom. So like,
exactly. Like, like she would be doing it in her bathroom or something, like
yeah,
I don't
you
think,
know.
I just don't think it would be that much of an opulent location just to be like, "Hey, I'm going to South America, like I can't imagine it. We digress. Um, so Vogue was a highlight. What else?
Oh, I loved. Obviously, nothing really matters when she comes out. It just takes you that huge freaking flying orb in front on top of her, with all the circles on her, and just she looks ethereal with all that smoke. Just other level. Holiday. I actually was surprised. You're the first person who, like me, Holiday is such well choreographed number.
Oh, it's so
Probably
good.
highlight
It's
for
so good. It's so
like
good.
that I Want Your Love situation.
Yeah.
Just already a timeless classic for me.
Well, and so Ahmad,
Live to Tell.
go ahead, go ahead.
But I knew Live to Tell was going to be emotional, but seeing it live and seeing her expressions that they do not translate in video, I could actually, she almost looked tearful, like genuinely looking back, like you could see her eyes were swelling up, and that really took, like that made me feel something for sure.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. What did you think of the sound of the show? Were you able to appreciate the sound of like the musical arrangements from where you were? How was the speaker system in Berlin?
Amazing. Honestly, was it bass heavy where in Paris? It was very bass heavy, but I love bass heavy. I love when you go in an arena and like, I think that's a Stuart Price classic, because I remember him from Reinvention when he's talking to Madonna and she's like, "Is the bass too heavy?" And he's like, "No, that's what's gonna fill the entire arena." So I feel like he did an amazing job with the arrangements. Everything is very true to the original, but with a slight, Stuart Price touch at the end. It was really
Yeah,
good.
I know. Had heard that there was a lot more songs prepared than she was doing in the show, and I'm like, can we get all of those as like studio versions, like ASAP? Like
Yep.
I want like the tour studio versions, and then just like an entire extra album of like the tour versions that we didn't get on tour. Like that would just be a gift.
Yep.
Again,
Yeah, these arrangements are
another Christmas wish of mine.
really.
Um, I mean, I loved the straight hair. Did she change anything else up tonight that you noticed?
Straight hair was the big one. I remember just immediately I was like, wait, what? There was a moment of wait. I was like, am I tripping? Otherwise, I don't think so. Other than that, she was actually more interactive than usual. I think that's pretty much it. Yeah, pretty
What did
much
she
a
talk? What
standard
did she talk about in the speeches? So she's got obviously the one before "Open Your Heart," or sorry, before "Burning Up,"
before
and
burning up.
then
Yeah,
the one after "Don't Tell Me." What's she talking about tonight?
drugs. Drugs was what MD and what everyone's high on. And yeah, no, she obviously the same typical affair of this is the story of my life and similar script, but then also like just fan interaction and stuff like that. No, like nothing really scripted tonight. Yeah,
That's
and
fun that she
again,
was
and
interacting with the fans, though. Because I feel like
yeah,
that's she's known, I mean, she talks to people, but there's not a lot of interaction per se, where it's like individuals are being interacted with. So it's fun to see that she's maybe loosening up a little bit on that front.
I think so, for sure. I think from when she started the tour, where she was like, okay, I need to make sure this goes 10 out of 10. Now she's like, okay, I can have fun with it, you know? So, yeah, so she's just enjoying herself. I honestly think like the fan love and adoration really gave her life, because in almost 10 years since she's been on a big arena style with Rebel Heart, because Mad Max was cool, but it was a more intense situation. So I think like all the love she's getting, and like the crowd was just packed from people from 20-year-olds to 80-year-olds, and everyone
Hmm.
was there for her. It was pretty incredible. I didn't have any TikTokers like you did next to me, so maybe 16-year-olds on my show.
How was the Berlin audience? Were they like up and dancing and
They were feeling
singing?
it. They were feeling it. And singing. I remember you said Paris people weren't singing. Oh, Berlin was singing. Yep.
Oh no, I mean,
Berlin.
not the people directly around me weren't, but I mean, there were some
Yeah.
people. I was singing clearly. I felt bad for the people around me because I'm like, I'm gonna be in their videos. They're gonna hate me.
Oh, who goes to a concert and doesn't sing? So live your life.
And Ahmad, what other shows are you planning to see of Madonna?
Toronto. Uh, I'm hoping. So I just have one night now, but she's coming. If I manage to get a decent price ticket, I'm gonna do both nights in Toronto because she's there. I live in Toronto, so like
Come
she's in my
on.
city. I'm like gonna
Yeah.
stay in bed, like So, and then plus, thank God the shows in North America, the floors are seated. This was another situation here because I'm elderly. I'm freaking 30 years old, 30. So I'm like, my back, I'm like done. And oh my God, that actually a very cool thing. I was just where Bob was coming in. So before Bob comes in, the security guards literally squish like the audience into the stage. So we were literally packed like sardines. Like everyone was feeling everyone's business. Everyone was on top of each other. It was a whole situation, and I was like, I'm too old for this. But yeah, so thank God North American shows are seated. I can sit till she starts and then I'll stand there. So
Seriously,
yeah, so
I
doing
thought that too.
Toronto and
I
then
was like
Montreal.
standing in line to get into the venue, then standing waiting for her to come out, and then standing while she's out. I thought the same thing. I was like, I had to pop Advil. I was like, I can't. My lower back and my herniated discs are not prepared for this.
Agreed, same. That's
Yeah,
me too. I
yeah.
can't wait for bed. It's calling your name. I'm not. Oh, this sounds like I'm saying goodbye, but I'm not. I'm just excited for bed at some stage.
Well, I understand it's late, so I'm trying to think. I mean, we've chatted on and back and forth about the show already, so I kind of feel like I knew you were going to love it, but it
Of
is fun when you
I honestly
finally.
genuinely think this is one of her best. I genuinely, I know it's when you go to a show and you're excited, but because I saw it online, I was able to more critically evaluate it, and I think the production value is crazy. Massive stage, like there's no bad seats. She is everywhere on that floor. She's
Yeah,
left, right, top, bottom. The production value, screens coming out left, right, in front of you. It's just like she pulled all the bells and whistles.
yeah, it's great. I loved it. I'm looking forward to seeing it again from like a different vantage point. So, um, or where are your seats in the next coming shows?
So the next show in Toronto, I have so the show I currently have in Toronto is right at the front of the middle catwalk.
Uh-huh.
And then the one in Montreal is kind of similar to where I am now. But if I get another one, and I saw that there are availability, do you know where she sprays the fans with her
Where she
water?
spits on them? Yeah,
She spits on them, and then now she also gets the bottle and she she sprays the rest. The show in Toronto has a few seats around there, so I might if I'm lucky, I'll do that.
oh fun, oh fun. Yeah, I know.
Who can
I'm
say Madonna? So I'm doing
okay.
that.
And what did you wear to, is this what you wore tonight? You wore the bomber jacket inside the venue, weren't you
No.
sweating?
Going in, and then when I'm in, I was in my erotica t-shirt.
Ah, okay, you stripped it off.
Of course, it was
Yeah, but
literally
I
boiling, and
hope
what
you tied that around your waist though.
I was carrying it, honestly, in my
Yeah.
arm. It's
I was
okay.
gonna say, I'm like, I would not be putting that down on the floor.
No, you think? I'm not, let alone someone stealing it. No one's stepping on this, you know?
Exactly. All right. Well,
My
Ahmad,
precious.
I know it's late and you've got to get to bed so you can enjoy the rest of your time in Berlin. Although
Hmm?
we've done this with you before, I figured just for shits and
Oh
giggles,
God.
why not do it again? Because it's always changing.
No, I did not prepare.
It's time for a little
It is
segment we
always
like to call
it is.
the lightning round. As you know, these answers are just meant to be quick off the top of your head, wherever you're at, your Madonna journey. Don't think too hard. Favorite Madonna song?
Nothing really matters. Ever since this tour, I just get chills every
I
time I
know
hear it. It's always
it's
my favorite.
seriously, I've had it on repeat nonstop. It's so good.
Me too.
Favorite Madonna album?
Can I cheat and say something like Celebration? I went it all.
No, I mean I think that's fair game. I mean, I usually try to say like what's your favorite Madonna
Dude,
concept album,
I know.
Favorite
Um,
favorite Madonna music
this is
video.
the hardest question. Okay, favorite Madonna music video. Gosh, right now with the current climate, I'm gonna say American Life. She was so brave with that anti-war message. We need it now more than ever with what's happening in the Middle East. So that video,
Indeed. Favorite Madonna tour.
Celebration,
Favorite Madonna look, and
Celebration.
this can be from a video tour, a photo shoot.
Okay, I just was seeing this the other day. You know when she had, I forget which fashion show. You know where she was pushing that dog in a cart, and she
Yes,
had those angel wings and that gold dress.
yes.
I mean, do you get more iconic than that? I mean, peak
That
icon.
was a heavenly look with Jean Paul Gaultier. Like it was, she looked
Oh,
gorgeous.
he did. Tens across the
Yes,
board. Of
amen, amen. Well, Ahmad, I appreciate you coming on the show at this late hour.
course.
I would ask you to tell everyone where to find you on Instagram, but you don't post on Instagram. You're a voyeur. You just like to watch.
Stories. I just do stories. That's it. I don't really have posts. So no.
Oh, that's all right. I'll tag you anyway in case people want to follow you. But
Sure.
remember, everybody, you can find us on Instagram, Twitter, and Threads at MLVC Podcast. If you'd like to donate to the show, we're on Venmo at MLVC Podcast. And if you have not already subscribed to this YouTube channel, please tick that subscribe button so you never miss a video. Because as you know, I'll be going live with more people who are attending the celebration tour dates along the way. We're going into 2024 soon, so we'll be coming at you live now and again. So make sure to never miss a video. But Ahmad,
Sure.
thank you for taking the time. I appreciate you being here.
Thanks. How could I not be
Will
here?
you be sleeping in your tour jacket tonight?
Oh yeah, this is gonna be my blanket. I'll keep it warm and fuzzy.
All right, everybody watching. Ahmad, you stay where you're at. Everybody else is gonna go away. So
Okay.
wave goodbye to everybody, Ahmad.
Hi. Thanks for having me, and thanks for listening.